Welcome to Table Talk, the only show on the internet where humans talk. My name's Steve Zaragoza.
Hey, I'm Maud Garrett.
And we have a special guest.
Hey!
Hey, I'm Rahul Kohli.
Yay!
Are
Listen.
you the only person that can get your name right?
No, I said my own name wrong just now.
Oh.
You do it on purpose.
Well, it's Rahul. There's an H in it.
Rahul.
But we lost it a long time ago when I started.
In the
drama
fire.
school.
There was a big
In the
fire.
We lost the H in the fire. There's not a day that goes by I don't think about it.
Every time you sigh.
So you just go with Raul.
Yeah, I don't know. It
It's
just
just
stuck. It's one
easier.
of those things. It just stuck.
I say
Okay.
Raul, but I'll change it.
What is
No,
the
don't.
real pronunciation?
Rahul.
I'm going to say it.
No.
We're here with Rahul.
Ugh.
Oops.
This is like an American trying to say
We were almost on a Rahul.
Maud.
Mood.
I asked for you earlier and no one knew. I was like, is Maud here? And they're like,
You're bored?
Mordor?
Mordor.
I just love it. We're a big melting pot of accents and ethnicities and levels of intelligence here at the office. I love it. It's real good.
So Table Talk, there is a topics in there that
Wait
people
a minute. Before we do that, let's not be rude to our new guest. Our awesome guest here is on the hit television show iZombie, which we all love very much. I have not caught up. Am I an asshole or a
It
bastard?
depends where are you?
I'm like
Past the pilot?
I'm like 3 episodes in yeah.
It gets
so
really good from like
I am
before.
past the pilot.
So if you get in.
That's harsh.
No, what are you talking about?
Tell us how you really feel, Maud.
Yeah, don't hold back.
Maud.
Everyone out there knows how big of a fan I am.
Yes, and if you guys watch Superhero Roundup,
Yeah, or you hear all
I
about
watched
it.
that. You gave us a nice shout out when you were rounding up.
yeah, there was a nice.
We got the
roundup.
honor. You guys said Flash was your favorite,
Yeah.
but we got the honorable mention.
Yep. Oh, the best part about this is DJ sitting behind the camera and he's blushing.
Yeah, DJ's a big iZombie fan as well too.
Yeah.
You should have heard him fangirling when he heard that Raul was coming into
Rahul.
the office.
We had one job.
I can't. No, he told me not to. I'm just being respectful here. But anyway, we are going to do a superhero roundup with this nice gentleman as well later on. So stick around. But this is coming out next week, and the episode is already aired. You just
Chuck
spit
it.
it. Try to spit it. In fact, try to hit the
Oh,
lens.
that's pretty...
Yeah, do it.
What if it breaks the lens?
Ooh, that's a.
Oh my God!
It went
in.
to the light fixtures.
You got it through the roof.
Now, if that starts a dangerous fire here in the office, we're gonna know who to contact.
What is that
It
like?
will always
15,
smell fresh though. as
20?
What
well.
letter are you gonna lose in that fire? In your name.
Is that like 20 feet high?
It was. That's
25
In
feet?
fact, that might be the record for the furthest distance any projectile has been fired from
I
the
don't even need to
Strenson's
do these
launcher.
questions.
I think we're done. Show's over, guys. Thanks for
Take care.
watching. Subscribe to the channel. Check out this man's show. Eyes up. Just kidding. All right. So the way the show works
I love
is
that
we
you
use
say
the.
this man.
You shut your fucking mouth and you know it's fucking host 101. It's host 101. Guys, on this show we use the hashtag Table Talk on Twitter and on Reddit. You can go to r/SourceFed and go to the appropriate thread there to post your topics that may make them their way into the bowl. Shut up, Maud. Our awesome guest, Raul, why don't you reach into the bowl and pull out a first topic?
Let's do
That's
this.
enough out of
I'm
you.
so sorry. I have your back on.
If we terraformed Mars, would you live there?
Wait, who said? Yeah, sorry,
Oh,
that
right.
was our
Street
bad.
Ninja 1.
Street
That's
Ninja.
why you can never see a ninja. Indeed, that's the name.
Nervous. Have you ever run into a street ninja?
I wouldn't know, would I?
I guess you wouldn't. That's a great point. Don't they say that you would never know if a ninja...
Yeah, one just ran by.
But, like, you don't know until it's too late if you've come into contact with a ninja or
Yeah,
something?
like if you realize that your stomach's sore and you're holding your intestines, you
That
just got
means-
sliced by a ninja.
Aren't
Or-
ninjas extinct?
I don't know.
No one's
That's
ever
good
Done,
question.
like the samurai.
no one's ever
They're gone.
lived to tell if they've seen one or not.
Isn't there a film called The Last Samurai?
Yeah, with Tom Cruise.
That was a documentary, wasn't it?
It was, yeah. Yeah.
All right,
It
so
was.
what
Best performance in that is Tom Cruise's hair.
Tom Cruise's hair
His
is...
hair during that period.
perfect.
Mission Impossible 2, Last Samurai.
Yeah.
It was incredible. All boys, we all had the long...
We all wanted it really bad, but little did we know that in order to like even come close to that kind of hair, you need like at least $4,000.
Yeah, a day.
At least, because the stylists and the people that are constantly checking, like that's not something you just wake up with. That's a myth.
For those watching that don't know what terraforming is, maybe someone should explain it.
Go ahead, Maud. Do you know?
It was in Man of Steel.
It was in Man of Steel, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Terraforming.
Zod he was terraforming.
Yeah.
He was adjusting the landscape for it, so it was habitable for Krypton.
Wasn't it kryptonite? What is that?
You're throwing me under the bus because I just did it to you.
Oh, did you not know? Oh, you didn't know what terraforming is. I don't either.
Oh, okay. I thought you were. I thought you were getting me back.
No, I don't know either. Do you know what terraforming is?
Yeah.
It's when you it's when you make a planet habitable, right?
Yeah, yeah. So they're saying if Street
Terraform.
Ninja 1 is asking if we made Mars habitable,
Yeah.
would you live there?
Yeah, right.
Well, okay.
Terraforming sounds like some sort of pterodactyl, like transforming. That's what I think of. So I'm like, I was like, I want to terraform.
Or like a pterodactyl transforming. I personally, I would. So getting off of Earth sounds like an interesting idea because like exploring is fun, right? But I feel like the concept of leaving Earth to get to Mars, the travel aspect of it is what terrifies me the most.
Yeah, I hate long haul flights.
So do I.
I anything in double figures pisses me off.
Done. And this is like
This
how
is
long?
going to take about 2 years.
At least 2 years to get from Earth to Mars.
And if I don't get an exit, I'll see.
Oh, it's
yeah.
over.
It's
We're
done for.
quite
I'm 6'4",
tall.
Yeah.
so like, yeah, it's
And I
done.
can't have a layover either. I'm sick of those.
Even if there were palm trees and
Yeah.
chocolate fountains and whatever fluffy marshmallow floors, I'm not going.
But what if they're
'Cause of the
like,
flight.
we have a special house for you up there. It's like a beautiful mansion. You were one of the first to live on the like main street.
So it would be Mars. My address is like
Mars Street.
Mars Street.
Mars Street,
Yeah.
Mars.
Zip code's 1.
One. Exactly. You'd be like one of the first residents of Mars.
No.
You would be a Martian.
No.
Martian.
A Martian.
If Mars looked like Coruscant,
Yep.
I'd be there.
Where did you go? I thought Earth
Throwing
would
out
be looking like
references.
Coruscant. Oh, I thought Earth would be looking more like Coruscant by the time that they get to.
Because Earth is kind of like Coruscant.
Well,
Coruscant.
yeah.
So Earth's more like Camino. We're more water. We're like.
Camino's all water.
Yeah, and we're similar to. There's more water than land.
I always thought that Coruscant was the Earth equivalent in Star Wars. Well, actually,
So this is. How long did that take before we started talking about Star Wars?
13 minutes.
That is a new
That's a
record
new
for
record.
us.
So
8.
what about you? Would you
Not
live
bad.
on Mars?
If they were like, give us 2 years of your life for travel, and we will give you, you know, like
Your free
the
home.
best life
Yeah.
ever. I'd be like, 2 years for the rest of my life? Done.
But guess what?
What?
Your friends are all on Earth, man.
I have like 3 friends.
Okay.
4.
All right. You'll sell yourself short.
So I was reading Ready Player One recently, and because it was set in like 2024 or 2040 something,
Sure.
Earth was getting really polluted, and it was kind of consuming itself.
Sure.
And so they were saying we need to actually start looking for other
Mm-hmm.
places to live. And I think that's why I would be convinced to go to Mars. If
Right,
Earth was
right.
desolate and there was like an outbreak of the plague again, or something like a modern day plague.
Total Recall.
Yeah, yeah. They're kind of doing that
That's
on Total
Mars,
Recall.
right?
Yeah, that's Mars. Yeah.
Not so bad.
Yeah, and there's
Yeah.
air, and there's like a government, an evil government there that is holding all the air, and they're keeping that air away from the poor people, right, Owen? And that's what Total Recall's about.
Yeah.
Owen's Owen enjoys his job.
So not going to go to Mars. Not going.
I would go to Mars. I just wouldn't. I'd be worried about the
visit,
travel.
I'm not staying.
Oh,
That
visit.
just defies everything that
Yeah,
you've said.
visit's worse. Oh God,
you
2
won't
years.
travel 2 years, but you'll just go there.
All right,
and
if they're gonna put me in like sleep,
Yep.
Cryo
like
sleep.
stasis,
Yeah, sure.
cryo
Stasis,
sleep,
sure.
something like that. You wear the little white panties like Sigourney Weaver.
Yeah.
And they
You
put
wake
me to
up,
sleep.
And you're like, what's that guy's name? Apo, and you put the cigar in your mouth right away,
Yeah,
right out of
straight
sleep.
away. Then maybe, but I'm not doing it if we have to be awake.
Okay.
Okay,
All right.
all right.
Am I going?
I think that's
I'm gonna
settled.
flip it.
So let's go ahead and sign us up, NASA. we're
Bye,
in.
Street Ninja 1.
All right. We've got,
Ooh,
not bad.
that's not bad. Not
We've
bad.
got one from Ralph Herzborg, who said favorite comic graphic novel outside of Marvel and DC. Lock and Key, Black Science, Saga. I know that Saga's very popular.
I'm not sure if it's Image or I'm not sure what comic. I feel like a shithead for not knowing, but Eric Powell's The Goon is a really great comic. You guys heard of that? It's a very great, very funny stuff. I like that a lot, and also I love Lock and Key. Have you read Lock and Key?
No.
Really, really good. Joe Hill. Have you read Lock and Key? Maybe I'll need to let you borrow it then.
This sucks that it's inside of Marvel, but it used to not be. It used to be a part of Dark Horse, but the Star Wars comics are pretty much the only thing that I'm reading at the moment. Yeah.
Yeah, it's Marvel.
Yeah.
It is. Yeah, now it is.
I'm just trying to think what graphic novels. I mean, I remember I wanted to get into the Assassin's Creed graphic novels
Oh,
when that like first came
that's
about.
cool.
I was like, I could do this. Didn't.
They kind of make comics out of everything now, don't they?
I like to chew.
Chew is great.
I really
Yeah.
liked the artwork.
Like masticate?
Mm-hmm.
Or like
Yeah,
choo-choo?
masticate. No, like masticate.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Your face when I said that word.
That's because I have a filthy mind and it went,
And it went straight there, didn't
who
it?
told you what?
I was in a store the other day and I saw that they have an Edward Scissorhands comic.
What? What is
Yeah,
that?
yeah, that's.
Do you get a paper cut when you turn the pages?
IDW.
It is IDW. Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you read it?
No, we have a weird connection with IDW. The writer of our comic, Chris Robertson, his wife works for IDW.
Whoa.
So they gave us, like, I've got their Ghostbusters stuff.
Yeah, they got
and
Ghostbusters.
X-Files and
I think
got
they had a Haunted Mansion. Was it Haunted Mansion maybe?
they've got. God, do they have Django?
What? There's a Django comic?
There's a Django comic. It's Django and Zorro, and it's written by Tarantino. I saw it. It's on like
Whoa.
its 7th issue.
Those two
Whoa,
combined.
whoa. I
Yeah,
am into
yeah,
that.
I've heard about that.
I am
Django
way
and
into that.
Zorro.
Wow, shit.
But
Okay.
I'd actually love everyone to recommend some comics. Definitely let me
Alright.
know if you got any recommendations.
Yes. Well, we used to have a comic book show. I don't know if you guys
incoming.
remember. All right, DJ Rigamortis. That's good. I like that. DJ Rigamortis.
That's not gonna go anywhere.
Yeah, let's see it.
You need to do it.
Oh, not gonna go anywhere. Too high.
DJ Rigamortis asks if you can go on tour with any musical artist, dead or alive, which would it be?
Why would I want to hang out with someone dead?
Oh my gosh, can you imagine
These
going to see
corpses,
them in
just these
concert?
corpses. It's the door.
like opening their mouth to see them.
It's the Grateful Dead. It's the Doors. Let's say that they could reanimate them in a magical way. Who would you want to hang out with?
Oh, I know
on
my
tour?
answer anyway.
What's yours?
Lil Wayne.
Really?
Really?
He's like a fucking hero of mine. I don't know why.
Wow, Lil
It's
Wayne.
the strange thing. Like I'll get together, like you have like pretentious actors back in London, and they talk about between takes or rehearsals. Oh God, Laurence Olivier has been an inspiration to me. And they'll
Sure.
pass around the room, and you'll
Yeah.
hear like Meryl Streep,
Sure.
and Dame Judi Dench, and I'm always like
Alec
Toon-
Guinness.
Toonchi. Just Toonchi, Lil Wayne. Young Money.
Do they like scoff at you or do they
They
laugh?
always think I'm taking the piss, but I'm dead serious.
Wow.
Yeah.
Maud, what about you?
Would you be his bag holder? What would you be?
No, you said you could hang out. As
I'm
long as
gonna
you
hang out with him.
Yeah, but what's your role in the posse?
He's like an entourage, part of the
Make-
entourage.
Don't you have to have a purpose?
Yeah, he's a friend.
I'll be his mixologist.
Oh, that's pretty
Different
good.
cough mixtures.
There you go. Maybe you could be like his. Maybe you could be like his mixologist, like with beats
And cough syrup.
and cough syrup.
Cough, cough, cough.
Yeah, check out this sick beat.
I
It's
will-
literally sick. It was tuberculosis.
I like be in Star Wars.
Yep.
I've done one of the things which was to touch the Batmobile,
Yep.
Tim Burton's one,
Mm-hmm.
and I want to be
Which
in a
one?
music video with Lil Wayne.
Oh, these are your dreams.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you've done 2 out of 3. Oh, no, wait. You're not in Star Wars yet. Sorry.
Wait, can we?
Spoiler! No, I'm not in it.
Oh my god! I was like, what, dude? You better spill some beans here.
Working on it.
Okay, well, fuck. I hope so, man. We're gonna knock on all the woods for that to happen. I don't know. I'm gonna do a boring thing and be like the Beatles.
Yeah.
Why not?
I feel like you have
Right?
to.
I know, but it's because like I fucking love the Beatles. But I mean, like I could also go with like I could really go left field and go with like Faith No More. You guys know Faith No
Ooh,
More?
do I?
I hear Mike Patton is an insane son of a bitch.
What are you going to be doing?
I want to observe. Well, see, because like I'm not cool enough to hang out with Mike Patton, because those
And
guys.
I'm cool enough to hang out with Lil Wayne.
I don't know. I think you can pull it off.
How did it go again?
What?
When you did a little thing that.
Money.
Yeah, that,
That's all you have to do, and he'll be like, I like this guy.
I love that from that I heard. That was my example.
Did you guys know that Mike Patton took a shit in Axl Rose's orange juice? Yeah, I was just reading about this the other day. There's a book about rock and roll, like crazy shit that happened. And I guess Guns N' Roses and Faith No More went on tour together, and Mike Patton was famous for playing tricks on people.
That's not a trick.
I know, that's like shit the devil does, like in the fucking Bible. Like that's stuff the devil does. When the devil shit in the orange juice. Remember that one? That story?
But
Was
I
that
mean,
in
you'd see
Old
it,
Testament?
wouldn't you? Unless it was like a.
No,
an
here's what he did.
opaque
Let me
cup.
explain. Here's
Okay.
what he did. He took an orange juice carton that was Axl Rose's orange juice carton. He opened the top of it, inserted one of his own turds,
What, with his hands?
probably, sealed it right back up, and put it back in his personal little
not very
cooler.
That's I mean,
It's
backflips, beer pong, flicking coasters and catching them.
yeah.
shitting in someone's orange juice.
Right.
I've never heard
What
like
if-
someone was like, "Oh yeah, pranked him." Got him
Right.
good.
Someone's like, I'm just gonna go.
But like, when do you like? I want to
Can't
know.
you get like food poisoning?
That's the thing. Like, you could get very sick from that.
If
You could get like
drank
cholera
someone's shit.
I mean, you can get pink eye just from.
from
Like, from
particles.
particles.
Yeah, from
If you ate
particles.
You alright?
Would you rather?
Nah, let's play a game. Also, I want to know the rest of that story, because, like, did he go, like, because would it be funnier if he didn't drink it and he, like, came over to him just before the first drink and went, like, okay, man, before you drink that, I just want you to know I took a shit in your orange
fairness,
juice.
I snotted in the can of whatever you were drinking, and I didn't say anything until
You
your first.
snorted?
Snotted, remember?
Oh, you snotted.
A snot rocket.
Yeah.
I blew a snot rocket in your drink, and then I waited for you to drink it, and when I didn't see that you were parched,
No.
I aided it towards your mouth.
What part of that
Again,
did you
that's
think
not a
was-
trick.
It's
Yeah.
not a
I
trick.
don't know. You guys
That's
got different.
intent.
That's yeah.
Yeah.
It's not like, oh, I'm kidding, don't do it. I was like, drink.
I mean, I hope you know that I, like, one up, like, pranksters here.
You said you put your pubes in my guacamole.
I sure did. Hey!
Does that count?
Yeah, I think it is. I hit the
God.
lens. Well, I made it in the book again.
Again.
Throw me
My name's not
candy.
even
Is there a
in
different
there.
book for people who can flick mints up into light?
Yeah, right? That has to be an honorable mention.
There should be an honorable mention in here. Yeah. Well, we'll write it in later. How about that?
Musical act. I mean, I think I'm the same. I have to say something like Coldplay.
Okay.
I
That's
guess.
depressing.
It's a little depressing. Go with a band that's like
Excuse
gone,
me.
long gone. Jimi Hendrix. Like go even further. Maybe like see the Clash at CBGB or
Johnny
something.
Cash.
Johnny Cash.
Hold on, it's
Bowie, early Bowie,
any
Ziggy
band
Stardust.
dead or alive.
Dead or alive.
I want to be sitting in where
Bach.
the band's
Bach.
playing,
Fuck yeah! Why not Bach?
where the band's playing at the Red Wedding, and I'm going to stop it from happening.
Oh God.
I can drop the mic for all of us.
All right.
John Williams.
I've already done that though.
Okay.
But yes.
So have I. I've done it as well.
Yeah. Oh.
Hollywood Bowl, brah.
Woo.
No way.
Yeah,
Also,
I cried.
did you know that they're doing?
Did you know that John Williams played a trick on Danny Elfman and shat in his own juice? He's a prankster.
John Williams. I can only imagine. Did you know that they're doing? Alan Silvestri's doing a Back to the Future
Yes.
orchestra event at the Hollywood Bowl on the 30th of this month. Yeah, they're scoring the film live while they play the movie, and cast is going to be there.
Wow.
Yeah, and he's doing like new bits of orchestra in there as well.
I just want to hear Jewel of Fates. I haven't heard that.
You haven't heard
live.
me do the Fates? Well,
No,
I have.
I thought I
It's
heard-
all right. I fell asleep. Do you want to pick one more topic and then
Sure.
we'll get out of here? Just kidding. I didn't fall asleep. That's the best thing to come out of those prequels. Am I right?
And
Yeah, the
prequel fan?
soundtrack.
Yes.
and Ewan
And Ewan
McGregor's
McGregor.
acting.
Okay.
Epic Jude. Would you rather have a
Hey,
10-foot
Jude.
long muscle-less neck or 2 heads? Let me start that again. 'Cause I break that strangely. Okay. Would you rather have a 10-foot long muscle-less neck or 2 heads?
So 2 heads firm or 1 head that
That just
would
like,
drag along
was
the
dragging-
ground.
Or 2 heads.
You'd have to carry your head with you.
You could probably make like a
You'd have to-
harness.
It'd be like why can't I ever remember his name? The Twi'lek that works for Jabba the Hutt.
Oh,
Oh, no, Jabba no bother.
Jabba
Yeah.
the oh my
No,
God.
no,
Oh my God.
Bib Fortuna.
Fortuna!
I can.
You know what's funny? I could have just answered that straight away, but I was too busy
Why?
trying to quote him
Oh,
to
sure,
not
sure.
show off and go
Oh,
Bib
that's the
Fortuna.
Watto. He
I've
does
got
a
the power of
great.
the Force figure.
He does a great Watto.
It's all right.
Do it.
All right, close your eyes. Republic credits are no good here. I need something more real.
And
Is it
this
good?
This
Yeah,
is
that's
his
right.
wing.
It is. Oh yeah. Did you blow
Yeah,
wind in
yeah,
his face?
it's like
Take him.
Four-dimensional with his wings.
It's all right. Watto was kind of okay, right?
We were having like a text like Star Wars quote off.
Yes.
I like
And
that.
I'm a very cool
I got you.
person.
I think I'm the second person in the world, bar Jake Lloyd, to say, "Here, you're like these pallies," which was the most like obscure Phantom
Yeah.
Menace line just before he
And I
sees
didn't
the
get
light
it.
set. You didn't get it.
No.
What's
So
it?
take
Because
that
you had
t-shirt.
such a.
Right now, the audience is gonna hate it. Wait, what is that line?
It's when
I
he
have to
gives
look
he
it
gives
up.
Liam Neeson some like it's when the old lady tells him to get home because the storm.
You better get inside. Storm's coming,
Yeah, just
Annie.
before he goes, "Here, you're like these pallies. Here,
What is he talking about?
some fruit."
I hate
I don't know.
that
It's just I
movie.
wanted to get the most
I hate it.
obscure.
The worst part was your expectant look afterwards. Like when you're talking about, don't you know it? And you said it and you kept saying it going, nothing?
Yeah.
You don't have it?
Yeah.
It's like,
Well, I know the scene. I just didn't
It's
know
like,
he did
don't
that.
you do Star Wars podcasts?
Oh.
Them fighting words.
Burn,
You know
burn.
Whoa!
You know that thing that he's like communicating back to the ship with?
Oh, the Gillette.
It's
the,
totally a Gillette
Yeah,
lady
yeah,
it's a lady
shaver.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Holy shit. Who did that? Who did that on the set?
Props.
Stupid props.
No, stupid.
I don't
That's
want to
awesome.
give props to props. On
No, do you know how
that one.
amazing that is? Because it's like the prop, like everyone can have access to that. Every kid can now get their mother's razor.
And then communicate.
And then
Talk
spray
into
paint
it.
it and talk into it and cut
and
their
it's
lip.
safe as hell, yeah.
Let's go out of the realm of the bowl here for a second, really quick. And I want to ask you, why do you think the prequels are so divided in hate and love?
How long you got?
We've
You know
spoken about
what?
it so
Just
much, we
fuck
can
it.
do
Just
what,
roll.
four bullet points?
Just
Yeah.
roll. No, fuck bullet points. Just roll with it.
Why are they what? What's the question, sorry?
Why are the prequels,
Yeah.
episodes 1, 2, and 3,
Yeah.
so universally in the middle? Some people just hate it.
That's
Some people
I think
love
firstly
it.
that's a generation thing. I think that in I think 1999 I was around 11 years old, 12 years old. Phantom Menace was perfect for me. The music, the visuals, the Jar Jar. Even then I was a bit but other than that, I loved them. So I got to, but then I was an OT fan anyway.
Sure.
So I kind of. It's weird. I grew out of the prequels really quickly. They aged fast with me. By the time I was in my mid-teens, late teens, I hated them almost.
Yeah.
Like I had so many issues with them. I think the reason they're divided is because we all grew up with the OT, and it's like set a level of quality, right? So
Thank
we're watching. You've got 30, 40-year-olds watching films, and they are for kids. That's not to say that it's still like quality. You don't have to have a good quality film because it's a children's film, and that's not the point. Obviously, Avengers, things like that, they're great for all
a lot of
ages.
Pixar movies.
Yeah, I just think that like the prequels have a lot of problems, and one of them is it's the pacing, it's the writing,
Right.
and it also his idea to go full blue screen on everything was terrible because Lord of the Rings came out. The Fellowship came out with Attack of the Clones. Watch those two.
Wow, I didn't
Fellowship
even think
looks
about
far
that.
more. Fellowship stands up.
You're right. Because there's so
Attack
many
of the Clones
more
looks so
practical
aged.
elements.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it looks. You look at those clone troopers. You look at the battle in Geonosis.
Yeah.
It looks terrible.
It looks like a cartoon.
Yeah, and the Phantom Menace is just as bad.
Do you think that maybe he skewed it too kid-friendly? Way more kid-friendly than the
No,
classic
because,
trilogy?
you've got...
It wasn't kid. I didn't think it was kid
It's
friendly.
all about the Trade Federation, and that
we
still
lose
sometimes goes over my
45
head.
minutes. 45 minutes over the trade dispute, over the Chancellor Valorum being voted out of office so that Palpatine
Racist.
could become.
Yeah.
So like we spent 45 minutes in Coruscant just doing that.
Yeah. That's
power
true.
struggle.
That's true.
And also, like me and Maud had this conversation before. One of the first things that I would have done.
Do you want me to summarize? I can do it really quickly. Number 1, no Qui-Gon. Lose them all together.
No Qui-Gon at all?
Qui-Gon. No, Obi-Wan should have found Anakin, and it would have developed their bond, and we would have got there quicker
Okay.
than playing catch up by Attack of the
Yeah,
Clones.
I guess it's a cool concept
Who
that you
gives
have
a shit that
Obi-Wan
he
kind of
didn't want to
learning.
train him? Like, it doesn't matter.
You're
And
right.
also, it doesn't shit on the line about when Alec Guinness says about Yoda trained him.
That's a good point. Yeah, you're right. Lose Qui-Gon altogether. What's
Number
the next
2, keep Darth Maul alive a lot longer.
one? Yeah. Well, he
But
was
that's
cool.
because they didn't trust. I mean, I'm making an assumption here, but I think I read something along the lines of because he's a gymnast, he's an athlete and not an actor. Peter Serafinowicz did the voiceover
Yeah.
for Maul. I don't think he could. They wanted to give him that much. Maybe Ray Park could have, but they didn't want to.
Wow, maybe they didn't want to rely on someone that wasn't much of an actor to carry a villain
Yeah.
role through the other films.
But
That's
then
an
you didn't
interesting
need to.
theory.
You didn't really need to have that much.
Nah.
I mean, the late Christopher Lee is just kind of. Dooku didn't really need to happen.
Yeah.
It could have just been Maul. And it could have been an enemy that Anakin finally overcomes when he gets powerful, and we would have probably respected that more.
And then he would have taken his steed, taken his place.
It's taken his place. And also, we should never
power
have
too.
seen a 9-year-old Anakin.
Well, you're
Should've been
right.
16.
No, you're right. I think it's
Teenager.
Patton Oswalt had the best bit about that. I think he was talking about who the hell wants to see Darth Vader as a kid? It's like,
Are you an angel?
right? Yeah, no one gives a shit. This is creepy, tense love between a 10-year difference.
And then she
girl and
ages
boy.
9 days, and he's aged 20 years, and you're
Suddenly
like,
he's a bro.
okay.
Yeah. I don't know. I saw episode 1 in the theater, and we bought tickets for 2 showings back to back, and we saw it the first
You
showing.
regret it.
We're like, blown away because it was like new Star Wars. And we saw the opening crawl and it was like all the effects and the pod race and the fucking Darth Maul shit and like the Naboo fighters and all that shit. And then it was like we went straight into the second showing of it, and then it was like instantly fell asleep.
Yeah.
Because it was like, oh shit, we were too energized from the first one, and it was boring as shit.
Yeah.
And then we got out of that and we were like, oh my god, was that a bad Star Wars? Did we wait fucking so long for this movie? And it's bad?
Yeah.
It can't be. Like,
It's, and then there's so many, like, that the battle, the Gungan versus the droid army one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Hold on 1 second.
I literally, like, I know my party trick doesn't include, like, urinating or shitting anywhere.
Right.
Like, I know the choreography of the Phantom Menace lightsaber battles. Like, I know the moves. Like, I know McGregor's moves.
Really?
Yeah, because I used to practice when I was a kid.
Fuck, that's awesome.
We actually had exactly the same message of R2-D2 and ringtone of
ringtone.
Yes!
Like the same.
Very
Same
nice.
one.
And I was
So
like,
you would have been the cool version of the Star Wars kid. The guy
No,
that
I
was-
wasn't. No,
Like,
no, I
no?
still was
Oh, okay.
just as embarrassing. But, like, it's, I would skip, even as a kid, I would just skip that Gungan battle.
Yeah.
It just broke my heart. Like, Qui-Gon, Darth Maul, they get the lasers, the shield things, they block them off. And there's this huge tension, great soundtrack.
Right, and
It's
he's
just
like
come
looking
to a
at him
head.
through the field.
And then I think the next thing that happens
Yeah.
is a Gungan explodes.
Blind!
With
and
those
it starts
big
and,
poop ball
and all
things.
that happens in the middle of Qui-Gon and Maul,
Right, yeah.
just like walking like this. We've got this weird Gungan battle thing. It just used to piss me off.
Lucas was just like, you know what? Let's break up this intense tension with a dumb cartoon.
Yeah.
Like let's just do an intermission and show a
and
bad
him getting
cartoon.
a fucking droid stuck on his foot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Accidentally
Six
shooting people.
Oh, me's a stepping
While
boo-boo.
like, you know, McGregor's just like, no!
Right.
Yeah.
And then it's like he's hanging onto a tank. Whoa! It's you're right. It's garbage.
By the way, if you're not a Star Wars fan, you will like this.
What, this episode of Table Talk?
Also, it just jogged my memory. One thing I hated about the Phantom Menace, this is so random. Obi-Wan jumps, right? Flips.
Yeah.
Darth Maul has taken out Qui-Gon. He can fight both at the same time. Bam, 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 bam.
Yeah,
He's got
takes them both on.
and he's got the duel, and that's obviously far more skillful and difficult to master. He gets a single because he cuts it in half. He's waiting for Obi-Wan, and it takes him a week to jump up, go behind him, and then there's this weird pause, and then there's a cut, and it's like
Like
really?
he let him kill him.
It's just like it's like 10 seconds.
Clunky.
And you see that first take when McGregor first comes out, and it's like one take where they go bam, 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 and they do that first move, and you see the speed at which they go, and then you cut that with Obi-Wan, like.
So what you're saying is they show us how fast and how capable they both are.
And then in
at
the
blocking,
finale,
and it's the worst.
Anticlimax.
look
Yeah.
how quick Qui-Gon got killed. It was literally like a bang, 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 and it's in, and that was it. And it was like it was a shock. And then
you're
if
right.
you watch it again, it's just the most anticlimactic.
So what
but
is that?
I think they cut choreography.
Okay, I was gonna say.
I think that they cut some moves. There must have been.
Because we didn't even get to see slight slip ups in the fight, right? Like were there punches where like someone was
there
caught
was.
You
off guard?
can't exactly get
There
a
was
graze.
McGregor gets there's
With
a
the
lot
lightsaber?
of punches.
You just lose an arm.
I would do the choreography for you. I know the moves. No, but like the first moves are we have da 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 da. So we have head. I think we have a headbutt.
Oh, there is a headbutt. Yeah.
McGregor gets kicked as well. He comes back.
Yeah, you're
in,
right,
He gets
you're
kicked
right,
to the floor.
you're
He traps him.
Yeah.
And then he back heels him in the face, and then that's when Obi-Wan drops down, and then Qui-Gon.
What
So,
were you
okay,
doing for 7 years of your childhood?
Is there a way to Maud, you're trying. Do you think there's a way, and I will end this episode, I'm sorry DJ is dying back there, but is there a way, do you think, to edit The Phantom Menace into a decent movie?
Yes.
That makes sense.
You kind of lose it and condense it.
Well, that's what I was going to say, that makes sense.
No.
I don't think so either.
No. I mean,
People have tried.
you can cut it, and it can be bearable, but it's still not going to be a good film.
It's not gonna
because
make sense.
It's in its DNA.
But Ewan McGregor's acting is on point.
In The Phantom Menace,
Yeah, it's
In
not
the
good.
second and third one is on point. Are we just bashing the prequels? Because I'm just like trying to white flag this.
Maud,
I can do an opposite podcast and show you so much love
Well,
and what
yeah,
they did
I mean,
right.
I think
There's
the
so
pod
much that I
race-
did love,
Yeah.
but it's overshadowed by like.
Did you hear about the who's the guy from that '70s show?
Topher Grace.
Yeah, did you hear about Topher Grace's cut of the Phantom Menace?
Yeah, I've heard about this. He cut something together and showed
Yeah.
it. Like, he made it better.
Did you hear about this too? So there was like a secret screening in Los Angeles, and it was one night only, never again. And I've been scouring for this copy of the Phantom Menace.
Hold on, Topher Grace 100%?
Yeah.
Not Toby which one was
Topher
it?
Grace. Topher Grace.
Okay.
And it's his version of the movie that he cut himself.
I've heard about this, yeah.
And he showed it to people, and apparently people were like, "This is amazing. This is like the version of the Phantom Menace that actually works."
I can cut together a workable Phantom Menace.
You think so?
All right. It basically starts like
Okay.
this: credits, Lucasfilm. Then we get Lucasfilm, the scroll.
Yeah.
I'd lose the text.
Sure,
So
condense
we'll just go Star Wars.
Wow, so we don't even get the crawl.
Yeah, because that crawl's terrible.
It's terrible.
It's just Trade Federation
Oh, we can do
blocking
that.
routes.
Oh, we could do it.
And then it just cuts to the Obi-Wan Qui-Gon Maul fight.
Yep.
It cuts right
Kills
into the
Qui-Gon,
fight.
makes him promise to train this boy. And then we have the
Oh,
scene where
and
he
then we
tells
get it-
Jake Lloyd, whatever.
Keep your chin
I
up,
will
son.
train you, you will be a Jedi, I promise. That stuff.
Right.
And that's
Qui-Gon's cremated. We don't have that boss, like that
Oh, that's stupid.
party scene. Done.
By the way-
And it will say Rahul Kohli instead of George. And then people will lose their shit.
Wait, I thought you were gonna say then you'd take Attack of the Clones and squeeze that into Phantom Menace.
I'm fine with Attack. I need to lose one scene in Attack of the Clones and I'll be okay with it.
I
Or
want-
two scenes, and I will be fine with
Do you
Attack
know
of the Clones.
seeing anything
By the
gone?
way,
When he's riding the thing
Yeah.
and he
Oh,
falls,
God.
first that looked terrible even
Garbage.
when it came out.
Right.
I was like, this is Ireland.
right.
Who did they outsource
This is their
this
A
to?
team too.
Yeah.
That's not their
Yeah.
like.
That scene needs to go, and the fucking scene, which we always like, me and my boys always act out because it's hilarious, is when he tells Padme that they should keep it a
Oh,
secret.
yeah. Oh, yeah, it's
And
so
he does that
stupid.
speech when he's like, from the moment I met you all those years ago,
As a boy.
like, and then I'm haunted by the kiss you should never have given me.
it's the worst dialogue ever.
I got prickly just doing
You
that.
start to get angry. Flip a table if you need to.
I'm scarred. He's like, I'm hoping, wishing that this kiss does not become a scar. Like, who the fuck wrote this?
And we didn't get to see any buildup of that whatsoever.
No, out of nowhere.
It's just we assume it because they're
And
saying
she says
it.
something, this line always bothered me as a kid. She says, we live in a real world, come back to it. And I thought that was really odd for people who travel to different planets. It just bothered me.
That's true. You're right.
live in a real
because it's
world.
written
And I was
by
like,
someone who hasn't
lives on
traveled to other
Earth.
planets. Yeah.
She could have said, we live in a real galaxy, come back to it. But she used, like, a planet. Like, she used the word world. I know what...
And as a
It just,
queen,
I thought it
it's
was
just
weird.
very,
It was just a bad choice for me anyway. But that scene needs to go.
Wow. Okay, wait. One more thing I wanted to say really quick was so the music we were talking about in that celebration with the fucking glowing ball and Boss Nass.
yeah.
Oh!
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, so do you know about the music in that scene?
Yeah, it's Emperor Palpatine's song sped up.
Yes, exactly. Did you know that?
It's so Emperor Palpatine's song is na 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 na.
From Return of the
And
Jedi.
then Phantom Menace is na 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 na. It's the same
It's a
thing.
little foreshadowing, and that's John Williams looking at a movie that was clearly bad, going like, I gotta do something fun in here because I gotta make something good out of this shit. And that was John Williams still working hard to make it good, and too bad it wasn't.
And if you roll the credits of the Phantom Menace right at the end, for no reason, there's Darth Vader breathing.
Yeah, for no reason.
Right at the end.
At
Like,
the
I'm
end of
talking
the
like
credits.
when you see like Technicolor,
Yeah.
that point of the credits where no one gives a shit, and it's
Yeah.
like that stuff, and then it just goes.
But they knew there would be two more.
Yeah, it's pointless because in the next one there's no Vader.
No.
We don't get Vader until the third one, and the end of the
He
third
should
one.
have changed from Vader in the end of the second one and then all the third
And then
one.
don't even. Sorry, dude. I
No,
know
do
you
it. Do it.
Don't even. That. When we finally get Vader, he did great. Okay, with the mask, the beard,
Sure, whatever.
and the.
The Frankenwalker thing?
But then his next fucking line out of his mouth is he goes, yes, master. Where is Padme?
I know.
Is she alright?
Because he really should have said, "Where's the toilet? I gotta piss real bad."
But like, when hearing the word Padme by like Jones saying that,
Yeah,
it was the weirdest
yeah.
thing.
You're
Is
right.
she safe? Is she all right?
Right.
And then the no was no. I felt like for me, George Lucas, he's the greatest at pranks. I feel like
He
he
pranked
sit there,
everybody.
He watched everyone emotionally be like, he did it. He killed it.
He
This is
somehow
brilliant. This is what we want.
destroyed-
And he can see all the smiles, and I feel like he waits for that moment when when the no happened, and people are like, I think he likes pissing on good moments. He just does. Even and I'm nervous when I watch Star Wars because I feel like he's got ADHD. Like they're fighting, and you've got this amazing the Battle of the Heroes fight.
Yeah.
For no reason, you know, they're walking on those pipes and their one hand is going through
just
it.
Garbage.
And a droid, again, ADHD, just pops up here and goes, and then flies out of frame in the middle of this fight.
It's for children who are
and
bored.
Like, George is like, why?
I think I have a theory really quick. Steven Spielberg and George Lucas.
We'll let ourselves out by the way.
Steven Spielberg and George you can shut off the lights around us when you're done. Steven Spielberg and George Lucas got together one night, let's say 1992. And he's like, Spielberg's like, you know what, George? You got yourself a series that is just amazing, perfect. You can't fuck it up.
Yeah.
I dare you to try to fuck up your own series.
Yeah.
And if you do, I will pay you this and that, blah, 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 whatever was at stake. And Lucas is probably like, I don't turn down a bet. Let's do this. What, right? Doesn't it seem like maybe there was some sort of bet? You can't fuck up Star Wars?
He's seems like a lovely guy. He's obviously intelligent, but I feel like he's a bit of a dictator, and he loves control. And everything about the production of Star Wars, and then him obviously starting ILM and having all these proper Skywalker sound, like he hated outsourcing. He wanted control of everything. What happens there is,
but he never wanted to sell it to a studio either.
Yeah, exactly. You get yes men though, because if Fox weren't, do they have distribution rights? But they don't have a claim. He finances his own films.
Right.
If those dailies were being turned in, if I was a producer and I got Hayden and Natalie scene in where he's talking about the scar of the kiss, I'd be on the phone to George, and that's not what he wants, going, what the fuck is this?
Right. But he didn't hire anyone that would say that. Because he had like
No,
Rick McCallum.
is a yes man.
Right.
They're all yes men.
Yeah. And when you see those
Who
interviews,
I want to work for.
and by the way, I know, but Rick
Sorry.
McCallum doesn't. I mean, you separate them, and there's some good stuff that come out differently. But Rick McCallum, when you watch those interviews, he's like, "This is the greatest movie ever," and I'm like, "You what? What?
Yeah.
What?"
Yeah. Like when they saw, like, again, more yes man stuff. When they saw the Yoda puppet.
Right. Right.
Who the fuck approved that?
I don't know, man.
Like, who saw that and went, yeah. Oh yeah.
But their heart was in the right place because they had a practical puppet on the set, but then they replaced it with CGI later on.
We had a practical puppet in Empire Strikes Back.
Right.
Why?
But that's what I'm saying. Their heart was in the right place. They were like, let's make a practical Yoda because that'll make the fans happy and it'll look good on the set. The lighting will react perfectly. The actors will be able to act with something. But yeah, it just I don't know.
No, I'm not.
All right, fuck it, guys. So awesome to have you on the show.
Don't get the wrong impression that I don't love talking about Star Wars. I do. It's just every single one of these conversations I've already had with you.
Yeah.
Oh, that's true. But hold on.
Wait. I choose two heads.
Oh yeah, two heads.
Yeah, two heads all the way. Why not?
I
Two
reckon I could be
blowjobs at once.
very popular
with the boys.
Yeah.
All right. Well, guys, let's end this show because DJ is literally killing
way?
himself.
Oh,
If I had two heads, is that a threesome?
That's a
or you have to be
threesome.
like, hey baby.
Like, it's Siamese twins. I know
Yeah.
that's probably not the right.
But what if-
Conjoined is the correct term. Is that a threesome if you slept with conjoined twins? It is, right?
But if I have two heads and I'm dating one girl, does that mean she's dating two guys
dudes,
at the same
'cause
time?
Two heads, two brains, two.
But what if I'm mad at this one? I'm like, you need to get the fuck
What's
out of
that
your
Stuck
mom.
on You? That terrible movie with Greg Kinnear and
Let's talk about that movie for 15 minutes.
Is that Matt Damon in that?
It's Matt Damon.
Oh,
It's Matt Damon and Greg Kinnear.
Matt.
Matt Damon. Guys, thank you so much for watching, and thank you so much to our special guest, Rahul.
That's embarrassing. That one.
Raul, if you've met him in the last 10 years, Rahul, if you want to say his real name. If you want to get a topic in though, reddit.com/r/SourceFed, and you can get it in there. Otherwise, use Twitter and that hashtag Table Talk, and then we'll get those. We can. Oh, here you go. Make it
Fire
count.
that thing out.
Maybe don't break the roof, and then we'll all die. Oh, that was.
I think you need to weight it down a little bit. What I do is, and I'm a champion
We'll catch you next
here,
time. Bye.
Is I like to weigh it down.
Can we do
fold it
like
down
the
enough.
light fade out and then like this sound?
Or do like the iris.
Da-da-da-da, boom, boom, dum,
I
da-da-da-da.
hate that song.
Give me the drive, Raina. Those awesome new apparel designs belong to the people.
Never!
Special guest. guest today, Rahul Kohli from iZombie. Hello.
Hey, how you doing?
Good,
You may
how are
recognize
you?
him as Dr. Ravi Chakrabarti, who is the morgue operator. What's your word?
Well, I'll be damned. Bethesda will have you playing Fallout just in time for Christmas.
Thanks, Bethesda! As for the gameplay, we know that the main story will take place roughly 200 years after the nuclear war in Boston. Also, for the first time, players will be able to experience the world before it all went to shit. Just for a little bit, at least.